Go ahead.
All right, let her rip. Good evening and welcome to the August 20th, 2020 meeting of the Downers Grove Township Board of Trustees meeting. At this time, I would like to call this meeting to order and invite everyone to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk Brooks, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Donner?
Present.
Trustee Ferguson? Trustee Kelly?
Present.
Trustee Vanderland?
Here.
And Supervisor Tolman?
Here. First time in several months we've all been able to attend the meeting, so that's good news. At this time, I would like to ask if there are any public comments. Residents may speak on any issue in general, up to 3 minutes. Anyone? Did you want to say something?
I was just coming in to give just a brief update from the assessor's office. Yeah, Greg Bolts, Downers Grove Township Assessor. Just want to let you know that currently we're anticipating closing our books around the middle of September. We're still waiting for some updates on some sales information from the county. So again, at this point, we're anticipating sometime middle of September, and we continue to provide all the services. We are still working on the curbside service, so we can continue to protect the residents and stuff, and the staff as well. And that's kind of where we're at with stuff. But we are waiting for sales information from the county, and we'll continue to work with the county as everybody kind of works through the whole COVID process. But anticipating right now sometime the middle of September, depending on final sales information from the county. And that'll start the 30-day period for 1/1/20 evaluations.
Thank you.
Sure.
With that, we'll move on, look for a motion to approve minutes of the board meeting from July 18th, 2019 as presented, 2020 as presented, I'm sorry.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, item 6, can I get a motion to approve the trustee auditor bills and claims as presented?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next up is a motion to approve a resolution with Eligo Energy LLC as alternative green energy supplier to unincorporated Downers Grove Township. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Can I have a second, please?
A second.
I'll open it up for discussion. I'll note that we have our guests from last month are here again this month, and we had a good informative meeting last month. Any discussion by the trustees?
I have one question. I don't remember if we talked about this or not, but the letters that you plan on sending out, have we received copies of that, those letters? You were going to send something to the customers?
We send sample drafts, but we'll send what would be a near final version with the township logo and letterhead for final approval as well.
Thank you.
Any further discussion?
I'm supportive of this. I feel that $55,000 will make its way into our books and ultimately reduce our costs to the individuals in the township. So I'm supportive of this.
I also support it. At this time, I'll ask Clerk Grimsby to call the roll for this item.
Okay. Trustee Vanderland?
Aye.
Trustee Donner?
Aye.
Trustee Kelly?
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson?
Aye.
And Supervisor Tolman?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Next up is a motion to, can I get the motion to approve a resolution with DuPage County for reimbursement of certain COVID-related expenses?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open it up for discussion. We had a contract delivered last month and updated last week. I would like to thank County Board 3 member Brian Krajewski for making sure that language got added to include 501c3 fish food pantry included in this. He's been a big supporter of fish, and he was very astute noticing that that language was missing in there and getting it in. So that was in the copy that I sent out to you guys last week. I have met with the fish board. They're pumped. This is a big relief to everybody for the fundraising efforts for getting the food pantry up and running in the new building. It runs through the end of this year. It's a good deal. Any other comments? Okay, I'll ask Clerk Grimsby to, I have this down as a voice vote. This is approving, signing an IGA with the county board. There's no dollar amounts involved in this contract currently. It's a reimbursement arrangement. I believe we can just do a simple voice vote.
It's been our habit to do voice votes for anything except for expenditure of
Dollar
funds.
items.
So,
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries, thank you. Next up is a motion to approve a cooperative agreement with Fish for the new pantry. Can I get a motion for that?
so moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open that for discussion. Everybody get a chance to read the cooperative agreement. We'll probably drag them in here next month or the month after and get a photo opportunity with the board of trustees and with the fish people. This also, you know, the IGA with the county makes this all a happy day for everybody. Any other comments? With that, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. And next is item number 10, a motion to approve a cooperative agreement with the DuPage Senior Citizens Council. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second? I'll open it up for discussion. We've been having great success with the frozen meal pack program. We did 305 earlier today. 305 people came through and got 5 meal frozen packs. We look forward to them operating the kitchen and operating a feeding program with Meals on Wheels delivered into homes and also prepared meals in the facility for seniors at lunchtime. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. And next we move on to the supervisor's report. Last year you begged our reps and state senators to think of us kindly for the Build Illinois monies. At the supervisors meeting on Tuesday, I was informed that out of the $125,000 and $2.2 million that I had asked for, that we will get $38,000 potentially over the next 6 years, but it's something. I was also informed that the grant that I had filled out and done for the $2.2 million, there was 250 applicants before us that totaled $477 million, and they took the first ones that hit 80 points on the qualifying scale, and we were not there. Live and learn. The next item I wanted to address specifically for trustees Kelly, she had asked about reporting on the project. And I wanted to go through, in your packets you have what is the monthly pay request for the building. And I just want to walk you guys through this quickly because I'm providing you with all the information that's being asked for. And it's actually in a little bit better format, I think. And it doesn't, and so what you're looking at on this thing, the top cover sheet is the fund report that I start giving you guys for every fund, starting about 5 months into the year. And you'll notice that has July's actual expenses, the year-to-date actual expenses, the total budget for the fiscal year, which starts March 1st, which was before the project began. We signed the contract in May and began in early June. And then the variance of what we have so far versus the budget. So that's the top line numbers for the entire project as we progress. If you look at the next page, you'll notice that's the detail page for the monthly audit. And that lists the check numbers, who the check is made out to, what it's for, and how much it's for. So that's the detail, that's the drill down from the top line monthly numbers. And then you'll see the engineering solutions invoice, the architect's invoice. And then the next page is Doyle's breakout of all the subcontractors, and it's 8 columns of information. And you'll notice that the second to last column I have highlighted in yellow on all of your reports, and that is the monthly pay to each subcontractor as required by the contract. So that's the further drill down to the payment to Doyle, who's the general contractor. One of the reasons we're fortunate to have them as a contractor is they give us this kind of drill down information that includes the original contract amount, that's the first column, the adjusted contract amount, which was after our negotiations tried to value engineer the project, how much dollar-wise the work has been completed, the percentage of the work that's been completed, the 10% retention amount, which is a holdback, the previous paid amount, and this was from the first monthly payment, and that number will get bigger each month. The net total due is what we paid them this month, and if you look at the bottom of that, it says $309,154, and that's how much we actually paid Doyle for the month. And then the balance to completion, and that's the monies that we haven't paid so far. So what had been talked about was the first page, the second page, and the 7th column of this page. And that provides all of the information. Now this is very complete bookkeeping. We also get a payroll report, we also get partial waiver releases whenever they're available. So that's all the information that I've been asked for. It's more than the information I've been asked for, but I will continue to give you guys these monthly pay reports, and if you want, I'll continue to highlight the payment to each subcontractor in that second to last column, but it's just as important to take a look at the whole spreadsheet if you want.
So Mark, then, the only thing we would have to add to this would be any soft cost or anything that's outside of the contract, correct? So if there's
Yes.
some expense, if we paid legal, if we paid, some
Well,
sort of
like the
survey.
utility
or anything
hookups.
that was before this contract, we would just add that to this number, correct?
They would already be in there because this fund started this budget year March 1st.
Okay, well, back to what Karen initially asked for was exactly what Art just brought up, is for all the expenses to the building to be added to a spreadsheet. So we could see all of those additional expenses, whether they're happening monthly, whether they already happened, to be laid out. We understand.
None of the building, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is the look at 30,000 feet that shows the entire budget, all of the expenses for the capital projects fund. So it's for the current month, for year-to-date, references the total budget, references the variance. And then the second page is the audit detail report that shows for that specific month, who got a check and how much it was for. And then again, on the Doyle page,
I'm not seeing where it individually lists out all the expenses per month in this chart, like Art just stated.
that's on this page that has the yellow highlight. Every subcontractor that gets paid.
He just made 2 examples for items that are not listed on that page.
So if you look back
And,
at the,
and those aren't gonna be the only 2.
those would show up on both the top page as a monthly expense and the second page as a detail.
But it would
with
only
a
show
check
up for the
number.
1 month, so what she's wanting is a
2
spreadsheet,
months.
so it tracks every single month. So we see the spreadsheet won't change, you're just adding all of those items to it every single month. Because it's only going to show up on here from the previous month.
Yeah, my thought was we might have some permits or something we paid prior to entering into this contract.
That will show up on the front page.
Right, but they're not on this here, so I'm just
They'll
saying.
also
there
show
could be a little
up,
marriage.
they'll show up on the detail page, like when we
But
paid,
only for
like,
that single
excuse me,
month.
when we paid the $1,311 to ComEd for the hookup fee.
Right.
That was on this page with a check number, who it was to, what it was for, and how much it was. Now,
Right, I
that
think
wasn't
you're
a
missing
building
the point.
expense.
I think you're missing the point. That is only for 1 month.
Well,
This is only for a particular month. This is from, It's not.
Those
it is not-
expenses accumulate to the year-to-date total on the front
We
page,
understand that,
which
but we
is the
want them listed
overview.
out, we want there to be one place where they're listed out.
This is the one place where everything is listed out. It's the overview of the budget every month. And this is the second page, the detail page, is online, and it has every check, who it's written to, what it's for, and the dollar amount, and that's online. Each month is separate. If you want to go ahead and add them together, I guess.
Well,
If you
we're
want to
not,
know who the subcontractors are that got paid, that are directly related to the building, that's on this page. Second to last column is the current month, and it has a bunch of additional information that you guys didn't ask for.
Let me ask a question over here, where you've got the year-to-date actual, which is from March 1st of this year, correct?
Correct.
You've got 310,000 building projects, 310,656. If you go.
Year-to-date actual, yes.
Right, then if you go to the sheet that you have listed, just the contractor and the subcontractors, they've been paid 308,154. So where does the difference? There's almost, not running complete numbers, but we have 2,000, oh, it's 309, yeah, 308. There's $2,000 difference, so that's what we're trying to get to, is where did $2,000
That'll be,
get
if you look
expensed?
last month, that'll have the check number, who it's written to, what it's for, and what the dollar amount is.
But it's separate from one spreadsheet. So we have to keep going and looking for these things when we have a question. And you know better than we do where all this stuff is.
Well, it's, and again, here's the totals. The pay for Doyle this month is $309,154.
unfortunately, I think you understand what we're asking for, but you're just refusing to do it. So I would like this to be an actual agenda item and we can vote on it. I would like there to be a spreadsheet like Karen's asked for, whether that spreadsheet looks somewhat, a little bit different, whether it's similar. I think this is something that we would like to ask for.
And I did create a spreadsheet.
No, I know, I've
Supervisors
seen it.
requested Senate, and I think you all copied it.
I didn't request a spreadsheet. I asked you what additional information you wanted to see that I didn't already give
You asked me to
you.
create a spreadsheet maybe 2 meetings ago, and I said I would take care of that and get it to you. I'm pretty sure. You could go back and look at
And then you
the-
provided the spreadsheet.
Right.
Again, here's your total numbers.
Well, I understand that.
Your
but
year-to-date
like I
is
said,
everything all together.
We obviously are.
Each month,
disagreeing here.
Each month, you get a detailed report. Check number, who it's to, what it's for, the dollar
Mark,
amount.
this
That
is a
includes
really big-
items that are directly related to construction and also, like, say, utility hookups.
This is a really big expenditure for the township, and we're just doing our due diligence, that we're following everything precisely and accurately. And so what we're asking is for this to be laid out in a way where we're not having to flip through and add up all the numbers every month and say, is it on this page, or?
You don't have to add up the numbers every
month.
month. That's the top page that has everything.
But it doesn't include.
For the
everything.
month, everything for the year-to-date, against the budget.
What Abby's saying, we have to verify what we're seeing, and if we don't have all the information as piecemeal from month to month,
It's very hard to keep track
it's
of.
hard to keep track of, and we can't, do that. That's why we created the spreadsheet and had a pretty healthy discussion that that's what we were looking for. It's, to me, a spreadsheet.
If we need to have an auditor come in and put this spreadsheet together, I think that's something we can talk about if the staff doesn't have the time. I think this is something that we can make sure that it gets done. So if the staff doesn't have the time, maybe someone needs to be hired.
I'm kind of at a loss because I didn't see your spreadsheet, Karen. Could you
got it.
circulate
Did you
that
get
to
it?
us so we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see a
I'll
format
send
of
it
that?
again, yeah.
I think that would help.
Yeah, I'll resend it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody got it.
Would anybody like to take the existing information and do the spreadsheet?
This isn't a responsibility that needs to be on the trustee. This is something the trustee can ask the township staff to do, or the township can hire someone to do it. This isn't something that the trustee needs to sit
Well-
down and level out every single month.
I will defer the request till when I see the spreadsheet, see how much work it is. So, I'd be happy to look at it. and then I can give you an answer on that.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Thank you.
Thank you. To old business.
So, sir, is this gonna be on the agenda next month?
Well, now it's an old business. I'd like to make a motion to put this on the agenda for next
Well,
month.
you can't make a motion.
No, all you gotta
I'd
do
like
is
to-
let me
I'd
know
like
you
to
want it
state
as an
that this-
agenda
this
item.
should
She
be
just
on
let
the
you know
agenda.
that she wants it on the agenda.
Yeah,
Do you need more than
I
that?
apologize.
I need the two trustees to put an agenda item on.
Okay, you just had two,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I could be the second.
So both of you send me an email, say you want it on the
Why does
agenda.
it
Why
need
does
to
that
be
be
an
an
email?
email? We're in a formal meeting. It's
Yeah.
all been recorded.
Okay.
And we both said by email already that we wanted it to be done.
Well, again, it is being done. You are being given the information. I can explain it again if you want.
I don't think we need to go over that again.
Okay.
Two different,
All right, let's move on. Is there any old business?
The audit, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted, everyone's got the audit in their package, just noting that it's a good opinion, and that we're gonna bring the auditor in the future to,
I don't have one in my package.
oh, okay.
I haven't.
That's okay, go ahead, please.
Well, anyway, we're gonna bring the auditor in when we have a little more COVID-friendly type atmosphere for him to present the audit. So I'm just noting that the audit has a clean opinion.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No notes.
well, can you need a copy?
I'd like a copy. My problem.
You have a copy for,
I can have one later, as long as Art's seen it and reviewed it and knows it's a clean report.
Before you go, I'll pull one out of the
Thank you.
file. Is there any new business? Or is there any other further old business? Is there any new business? With that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Our next regular Downers Grove Township Board meeting will be held Thursday, September 17th at 7:30 PM. Thank you and good night.